Kalala Yahweh, Bo Shuma Moshak Yahweh, Shema Yasharella Yahweh Alahayana Kadabamashbaka, Shalom. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. All right. So in this sharp rebuke, it's pretty much self-explanatory by the video examples that are going to be seen. I'm going to let them play. And once they're done, we're getting straight to the scriptures for the biblical breakdown of what's going on here and all of the debauchery that took place in Houston, Texas for this spring break that was planned here in the city. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
In honor of spring break and all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has been from 2025 to 2026 in case you decided to go out there and hunch. Yeah, this for you. I just thought somebody was calling me. Okay, syphilis has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025 leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old with that. All the hot spots where they're saying like the main sources of these STDs are coming from: Montrose, downtown, OST, South Union area. The demographic is Black people, Hispanics, whites, ranging from the ages 15 to 35. Yeah, so if you went to Houston for spring break, I hope you didn't hunch nobody out there. Thank you. Have a good day. Be safe. Have fun.
Like you don't care about giving me AIDS. You know you had a STD. Yes, you did. I showed you the paperwork. They don't give you antibiotics for nothing, Phil. Look at them, y'all. This out here gave me 12 STDs in 6 months. This man gave me AIDS.
Tell you anything, telling you that I tested positive for AIDS.
Hey, what you just say? Say that again for me. Say that again for me.
I was saying that I just came from the doctor.
Yeah.
And I tested positive for HIV, so you might want to go get checked out.
HIV.
I had already been seeing stuff, but I just didn't want to say nothing until I honestly knew what it really was. So yeah, you just go get checked. Go to the hospital, go get checked, and tell your baby mama. You might want to tell your baby mama to go get checked too.
Man, hell no, you better not ever play. Stop playing me, you better not gave me shit, boy. It's gonna go down, boy.
What you mean stop playing with you? I'm not playing with you. This is real life. I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing. I'm trying to let you know. I didn't have to tell you nothing.
Boy, if you gave me anything, your ass going to jail.
Those words came through a phone speaker in Houston, Texas. And what followed was a nightmare that thousands of people are living right now.
You gave it to me. So, after the man, I don't want to hear none of that. You gave it to me, man. I don't want to hear none of that. You a narcissist. You acting delusional right now. You know you gave that to me, man. You know you did. Stop with all the lies, man.
Atlanta and Houston, they are at third world country levels of HIV outbreaks.
HIV is running rampant out here in the streets.
I am begging you to put yourself first and be safe out here when HIV is at an all-time high.
We're talking about an outbreak so massive, so out of control that health experts are calling it third world country levels. Over 200,000 people in Houston alone testing positive for HIV. And that's just the ones who actually went to get tested. Imagine the ones who haven't, the ones who don't even know they're walking around spreading it. This isn't just a health crisis anymore. This is a full-blown epidemic hiding in plain sight. And it's tearing lives apart one positive test at a time. Let me tell you something. The video started surfacing online like wildfire. Real people, real conversations, real devastation.
All right, let's get to the scriptures. Now, with all of that was said, there's a reason why all of this is happening. And we're going straight to the scriptures to get that understanding as to why all of this is happening, specifically here in Houston, Texas. Now, I will share with y'all that nobody who actually is a permanent resident in Houston, from Houston, or from Texas in general, it really wasn't their idea to have a spring break here in Houston, Texas. It was everybody who came into the city and transplanted themselves from other states, because they were so mesmerized with the atmosphere of Houston that they decided to make the city a spring break destination. And nonetheless, with all of that came a whole bunch of debauchery, a whole bunch of sin in general, right? We're going to break this down, but the reason why such a pestilence is happening is because of sin. Without further ado, let's get to the scriptures here. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting at verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear the glorious and fearful name, Yahweh Alahayanawa, then Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. See, what they're not telling you is that these STDs are mutating, okay? The Most High is orchestrating these diseases from harlotry, from whoredom, from whoremongering. He's making the diseases mutate to where they're harder to combat with traditional or conventional medicine, right? Conventional medicine is having a challenge to keep up with a lot of these STDs because the Most High is mutating them from all of the whoredom that is taking place. Because the thing is, a lot of these individuals who are already infected are continuing their whoredom, and they're spreading it out of spite. And at times, you have two of the same individuals who have such malice in their heart run across each other, and they make their plague stronger. Oh yeah. Verse 60. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law, them will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. It has never been this bad. It's never been this bad. It was something that has always been a reality. This plague of STDs, it's always been a reality, but it's never been this bad. And it's only gotten this bad because of sin. Sin is so normalized that people are becoming totally desensitized from sin. And it's to their own destruction, as we read here throughout Deuteronomy 28, 58 through 61. Furthermore, let's take it to Hebrews. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, starting at verse 4, ending at verse 5. Marriage is honorable and all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge. So all those individuals that were affected by this plague, the Most High judged them because of whoredom, adultery, fornication, just a life full of sin with no regard to the decency and order of the Most High. And many people, they're not taking relationships serious to that point to where they have faithfulness among each other. Everybody wants to sneak and get more as a illusion of power. These same individuals want to deal with other men's wives as an illusion of power. The thrill of being sneaky or having guile and taking something that belongs to somebody else. Yeah, that's adultery. That's whoremongering. The Most High judges these folks. And it's so bad that it's popularized through media, through the music, and just through everyday meditations on the people's minds. Yeah, it's sickening. It's actually sad. And then when the Most High strikes them with such a plague, their whole world changes. I'm gonna get something else here real quick. Bear with me as I pull it up. So right here, there's 7 things that the Most High hates. 6 and 7 are abomination. And I want to skip here to verse 18. And heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. That's a key description of whoredom and adultery. That's a key description there. And these are actions or states of being that the Most High hates and that he deems abominable. A heart that devises wicked imaginations. What are those wicked imaginations? Soon as you see a woman, for the whoremongers, as soon as you see a woman, you may realize she have a man, but you don't care. And you already have it made up in your mind that you want to lay down with her just for the thrill of taking her away from her man. Yeah, that's a wicked imagination. And the thrill and the speed at which you can do it, that's feet being swift to run to mischief. Same with the woman. In today's society, they are led to believe that they're empowered to have multiple men run in and out of them. Right? They're empowered. They feel they have a rotation. They feel as if they're acting as men. Well, the imaginations that come with that on such women, and they're speedy, hasty attitude to do so fits this description of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 18. Feet being swift in running to mischief. A woman is not supposed to have all these different rods running in and out of her, all around her. The Most High didn't design a woman to be as such. But yet in Babylon, they are led to believe that that's empowerment. Getting their vessel destroyed by having so many programs of men downloaded into their vessel. Let me get another scripture here. This is the book of James. And we're going to go from 4 to verse 8. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is the enemy with the Most High? Know ye not that the friendship of the world is the enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. So having the attitude that we just spoke about prior to coming to this scripture is friendship of the world. And many people who came down here from all these different states and cities for a spring break in Houston were making friends with the world. Verse 5. Do you think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy? But he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, the Most High resisteth the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. That is a proud attitude. That is a proud attitude to try to run through all these women, not caring if they already have a man or not. Even more so when you know that they're dealing with a man or men and you want to run through them anyway. That's a proud attitude. A woman thinking she has a rotation of men, yeah, that's a proud attitude. It's a Jezebelian attitude. And the Most High resisteth such people. Verse 7, submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. These individuals are not resisting Hashatan. They are giving in to Hashatan. They are giving in to whatever wicked spirits that are enticing them to act in such adultery and such whoredom. And as a result, they get played. They play themselves. And they catch these gifts that keep on giving. Verse 8, draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify ye hearts, ye double-minded. That goes for those who call themselves in the truth, still doing the same thing. Because you have a lot of that going on in these different camps, in these different congregations. You got women who camp hop, already have 4, 5, 6 different husbands from the several different organizations that they have been jumping around from. As soon as it doesn't work anymore with that prior husband, they leave the whole congregation and go get with another congregation, end up getting a husband in that congregation, and before you know it, they have 3 to 4 different husbands. And you got the brothers doing similar stuff, messing with other brothers' wives on the low, doing all type of debauchery and committing whoredoms, right? outside of all of the study sessions, outside of the camp. Yeah, all that's going on. You can't act like it's not, but it's going on. You have wicked individuals like that. 2/3 among Yasharala who know that they're who they are, but yet they move as 2/3. Let's go to another scripture here. Leviticus 19:29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening here in Houston, Texas. The land is falling to whoredom and the land is becoming full of wickedness. That's why Houston was the spot for spring break. Never in history has Houston, Texas been a spring break destination. And it just doesn't work. The city isn't designed for that. But, you know, you got individuals like Stanky Red. That's what I'm going to call her, Stanky Red. You got her popularized among many women. And those same women are exposing their children to Stanky Red, programming such wicked imaginations into the mind of the younger generations. These same women are meditating on those same wicked imaginations that come from such musical artists. The prostitution culture has become a norm. You know, these same women are advocating, you know, men gotta pay a certain fee just to deal with them. It's all transactional. Their whole mentality is transactional. Having a transactional mind state is prostitution. A man gotta pay for this or pay for that before they deal with you. That's prostitution. He gotta be spending so much money on you just for you to even give him a conversation. That's prostitution. So with such an attitude, the land is becoming full of whoredom and falling to wickedness. And with that wickedness comes repercussions, comes judgments, like the judgments we just seen at the beginning of the video. Let's take it to the book of Revelation. This is Revelation chapter 22, starting at verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. You reap exactly what you sow. Recompense comes with all action. Verse 13. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last, saith Yahweh. Verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates of the city. So if you're fearing the Most High, if you love the Most High, you're going to be protected from these circumstances and situations of judgment. If you're not participating into the whoredom that has been made mainstream in society, and you're keeping the commandments, the Most High is going to make sure that you're not afflicted by such a pestilence. He's going to bless your love life to where you don't have to worry about such pestilence. You won't have to worry about such infidelity. Verse 15, for without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. That's the entire mainstream society. That's what that is there. And they're all dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers, idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. That explains the entire mentality of this society that's being afflicted with such pestilence. The Most High don't play. And we're going to further seal that truth in Deuteronomy chapter 32. Deuteronomy 32:39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So once you get on the Most High's bad side and He targets you, He marks you to afflict you as such, there's no stopping it. And to be afflicted with such diseases, that is indeed a wound. Because it says here that the Most High wounds and He heals. So He decides whether you get afflicted with such a wound that can be healed, or you get afflicted with such a wound that's fatal. That's fatal. He can give you a fatal blow by the way of a pestilence. Or He can just give you something that will put you on your ass for a little bit, that He decides He can heal you from. He's not to be played with. It's best to just keep the commandments and the faith of Yahweh Shah. That's all I have. May peace, serenity, and prosperity be multiplied unto you all. Shalom.